Welcome back to week 16 of Wrestling in Mom's Basement. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is currently under siege by the other brand, Joe Bonita.
Alright. Who is the other brand?
Let's see, What Culture's dead. Cultaholics is delayed because...
Things.
Yeah. Adam Blampied decided to lie to get girls out of their clothes. And use his position in that way.
And we don't approve of that.
No, we don't. However, the funny thing is, and maybe not funny haha, but just funny and weird, is I'm pretty sure in the past, past wrestlers will go, he's getting in trouble for that.
That's right.
Literally, just talk about any wrestler before the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have a list a mile long about people who probably did worse.
Okay.
So, maybe even the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I don't know, Wrestling with Regret and Dave Knows Wrestling seem to be pretty healthy channels.
Yes. So
we're currently under siege by them.
Yeah.
Even though we have actually never officially met.
They don't know that.
And I'm not sure if they know we exist.
They know that.
We can also do JD from NY.
See, they all know we exist. Or not, they won't be talking about us. You never mentioned the last place. Unless you feel threatened. And clearly they feel threatened with our facing design.
Yeah, they cleared us. They clearly fear us and our cell phone that is currently our camera. Or your cell phone that is currently our camera.
It feels.
Yeah.
So
We got great production values here.
Yeah.
This literally is a cell phone on top of some wire thing.
A picture stand.
Okay, picture stand. on top of a card table.
A tray table.
A family dinner table, as it were.
So
next to our laptop, which is also under a dinner tray table.
Our production hours may be low, but our hearts are big.
Yes. Us stumbling over words.
Yes. Our editing is perfect.
Editing?
Right.
We have editing?
No, we don't have to edit to be real. We're real with you. Just remember that.
Yes. Every slip of the word, every stumble, every awkward silence.
Like that. All right.
Exactly.
So we can start the review?
Yes.
While
I awkwardly stare at the camera.
First is the... we need egg. Cruiserweight division.
We really do.
Especially when I had a cold for a week. The Cruiserweight division has honestly turned to limbo as soon as Enzo Amore defeated Neville No Mercy for the Cruiserweight Championship. The addition of Kalisto has been a welcome sight, but nobody has really got a foothold in the title picture. Both Kalisto and Enzo Amore played hot potato with the championship. That's extremely hard to be invested in their next feud. Neville's championship reign was great, but I got still a little bit after Wilson's feud ended. I just hope that the Enzo Kalisto rivalry doesn't head down the same road all over again.
For me, I would actually probably say a little later. I think the interest in the Cruiserweight division probably started to wane on automatically when Kalisto won the belt from Enzo on Raw. Just because that they probably could have gone a long way with that and actually build up the fact that Enzo is not that great of a wrestler, but yet he's in the considered the wrestling division.
Right.
And again, do the honk talk, man. I mean, I've been saying this for weeks. I said it when Enzo was on his first reign. And I think that's where the Cruiserweight started to wane. Just because it just cut the heat. What could have happened?
It seems like the next chapter that Cedric Alexander are showing Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher storyline. They're playing to test the waters. I'm not sure if they're going for Cedric Alexander heel turn because they want to recruit him now. We'll watch it on 2 Live. He's been able to match his role back on wins, especially with his buddy Swan. Had Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher to be callous and turn Cedric into a heel, though, is a wrong move. This Cruiser Cedric has yet to scratch the surface with his babyface character on a mic or backstage segments. He's showing turn heel creative enough before him. But the issue is that he hasn't been involved in title pictures since the division was created. And he should be.
I think they should put him back with Alicia Fox.
For real?
No. Yeah, I think Cedric is really the most promising cruiserweight they have right now. I think if they build him up, he's the face of that division. He may have also the best chance, I think, of escaping the cruiserweight division. Whether if not he goes back to NXT to get the cruiserweight label taken off of him.
Yeah.
But so I think he has the best shot. I think he's the most promising with future going forward. So I think it's important he stays face.
And let's say in the cruiserweight division this week, Drew Gulak got a huge win over Grand Metal Elite on 205 Live. But
And we saw the first slide of his presentation again.
yes, but I still won't move him anywhere up the rankings though. He's lost so many matches the past months that only if you keep him relevant, it's entertaining diatribes and PowerPoint presentations. In order for Gulak though to be able to move forward, he'll need rankable win streak to be taken as a threat in it.
Gulak is slowly gaining some steam. He's getting all the right chants. He's actually getting the boring chants, which is good for him because it's a PowerPoint presentation. If you work in an office that had trainings or whatever, I've had it. I've had tons of slideshow trainings that were boring as shit, and that makes me hate him slightly even more. Even though I know it's completely awesome and I know he's entertaining, it just still. I still feel like that son of a bitch making a slideshow presentation that has 267 slides. So, I think Gulak also has a pretty good chance of making it out of the division.
Alright, now we'll go to the Raw Women's division. Alexa Bliss retained championship of TLC, and now will be facing Natalya in a Champion vs. Champion match at the Survivor Series.
As of
right now. Bliss has had a roller coaster stint on roll, but she'll need to get back on the right track with a must-win over the Smackdown Women's Champion. The reason why it's a must-win for Alexa more than Natalya is because she's retreated as a paper champion for months now. She retains her goal on pay-per-views but loses on roll constantly. If anybody wants to take this match to Star Series seriously, Alexa will need to be booked properly moving forward.
It's weird how they set up Survivor Series this week tonight. They just came out and announced the matches.
It was very anticlimactic, though.
It was anticlimactic. It's sort of, I think it's the first time they've actually ever done that. Like the night after their previous pay-per-view.
Just
announced all the matches that are going to happen. Maybe minus Jinder and Brock, which Jinder teased from the Smackdown before TLC.
Yeah.
But they also kept on saying with these matches with the champion versus champion, as of right now. As of right now, it is Natalya versus Alexa Bliss. As of right now, it is the Usos versus F&D.
And Barcelona. That one.
As of right now, it is Baron Corbin versus The Miz. Baron Corbin, The Miz, I'll get to that later. I feel the same way about Natty and Alexa. But I think this match is going to change. I'm going to say Charlotte probably wins the SmackDown Women's title. They do Alexa and Charlotte.
So you think Charlotte trade spots with Natty, even if Charlotte's already confirmed for Team SmackDown?
There's a reason why she wasn't captain.
She's not captain today. Alicia Fox loses to Sasha Banks at the TLC pre-show, and then win a triple threat match on Raw to captain the Women's Survivor Series match is honestly baffling. She hasn't warranted the honor of anything when it comes to the Red Ring. What on earth is they think as someone they really pushed all year and was using a love triangle in 205 Live this year being captain in a huge match? Bayley or Sasha were deserving to lead the Royal team more than her. But clearly he's lost her marbles once again.
Sasha, Bayley, Mickey, Nia friggin' Jax. Dana's running, I think, has warranted more credibility into captaining her team. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Alicia Fox going into being the captain of the team. I can see her adding her in just to have somebody being able to lose on one team,
Right.
and give the other team an advantage in the match. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do not see her being the head of the team,
Right.
so I'm not sure why they put her in that position.
And also, Asuka beat Emma twice. Was clearly given, but now she'll be true on. But how she'll be true on Roman forward will be true, to say at least. She'll need to be pushed very slowly to the top and to allow the role face to organically cheer her on. And her journey. It's clear that the majority of fans to watch NXT, but they aren't familiar with their top stars. The key for Asuka will be to display her talents on the biggest stage possible. Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Have her be a part of Royal Women's team and run Rampage over to Smackdown team. Will actually be magical. She'll need to be the one who gets the role brand her first trip to elimination matches.
Yes. That's if Asuka actually does get added. I can see the point of keeping Asuka out of the Survivor Series match, just so you lose her less, so she still keeps her mystique in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see her on the major pay-per-view, but I would see the point in seeing her off.
Alright. The SmackDown Live Women's Division. The timers list as of right now, as Survivor Series might be intriguing if both champions have been booked properly, the case was. Alexa's a paper champion, Natalia hasn't really had a standout moment as champion. I have heard this from the Fatal 5 match inside the live, the ring announced Sir with Ray Helms at town, her accomplishments will do nothing for the match itself. In order for people to be invested in Survivor Series, as the SmackDown Women's Champion will need to bring the heat to Alexa. And it's the way to go.
Yeah, if it is the way.
Yeah,
I don't think it is, and I actually didn't really. I don't think I explained it that great, so I'll explain that here. Alexa in her promo on Raw, I think mentioned Natty once and then sort of just brushed it aside.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much like, yeah, I'm the goddess, I'm the champion, I'm the best champion. Sort of brushed it aside after that, and went back to her feud with Nikki. This week on SmackDown, Natalia was introduced, like Joe said, and they focused on all the women, but I felt like
But it did focus on Charlotte.
Yeah, they did it a bit more on Charlotte.
Because Natalia, she was the queen, and...
Yeah, she's the queen. I think she said something about the Hart family, too.
Yeah, she's the greatest member of the Hart family. Yeah.
And I feel like that it's more just setting, like, okay, this is what's going to set up what's going to happen for a title match against Natty and Charlotte. Charlotte wins, has the match with Alexa Bliss, because I think they'll sell way more network subscriptions with Alexa and Charlotte than they would with Natty and Alexa.
I'm just confused why all these champion matches, her, Natty, Alexa, and Jinder, are feuding with other people. Alright, in Jinder's case, he's feuding with two people. So I'll let Jinder slide. Alexa and Natty are not feuding with each other at all.
That is true.
They're still in their middle order feud from last month.
Yeah. However, they aren't saying the as of right now stipulation to the Universal or the WWE Championship.
Here's what I think. Don't say as...
First of all, because Brock's never going to work on Raw.
Right.
He's literally just going to stand there while Heyman talks. While he bounces.
And they're not going to go away Brock and AJ with a 3-week build-up now. So it's still going to be him and Brock. Well, it'll be 2 weeks on notice because AJ's fighting the other Singh brother who will SmackDown this week. So, come out. So, yeah. I hate the as of right now thing, though. If you don't know what the matches are going to be yet, don't announce them.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Well, I think continue with this match. Natalia needs to show everyone that Alexa isn't in the same league as her. Natalia would need to bring the fight to her as well. Have her ambush Alexa like in a public setting, show the world she'll do it if she takes her turn Survivor Series.
You know, I don't think Natalia even mentioned Alexa.
She didn't, no. Natalia's going to need a big moment as champ, though, and pushing Neil to those type of drastic decisions necessary for anybody to give a damn about this high-profile matchup.
Yeah.
Moving on, Becky Lynch being the team captain in our series. If it wasn't going to be Charlotte, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Becky's always been a positional screen as a locker room leader for the woman, so I'm glad she'll get the opportunity next month. She'll be leading a formal team, but they probably won't be the favorite in a huge match. If Roll boasts people like Sasha, Billy, Nia, and Asuka. That's it. Now they have Alicia, Dana, Summer, and other people. So it's hard.
She may bring her a makeup lady for this.
So it's hard to see Smackdown beat in that proposed scene. But if it's Alicia's team, Smackdown should win.
May bring in the head of catering, who I believe is also a lady.
Yeah, so maybe they'll be lucky.
That's not a stereotype. I think it's actually the catering lady. I believe WWE.com actually hired an article with her, who I believe still works there. So,
but if Smackdown's going to pull, then possible. And score an upset win, Star Series, having Becky lead upset, well, should be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Becky getting some sort of a spotlight going into a Survivor Series match. She's sort of less focused on full wrestling. She actually may be overall the best too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy Becky's at least getting that spotlight.
Up next, the Roll Tag Team Division. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Huge Night TLC defeating the Miz team with the assistance of Roll Jim Carangle. Now they are officially thrust into the Survivor Series match with the second Live Tag Champions with the Usos. Both teams had their wars with each other on Twitter these past few months. So we definitely fascinated to see how this match goes on. This is one of the things this was one of my problems with the ending of the show on Raw. I actually wasn't a fan of seeing Ambrose and Rollins get taken out.
No.
By the SmackDown roster at the end of the show. Because the Miz are important as tag champions. And the Usos weren't even there to do it anyway.
No.
The WWE will definitely need to be careful moving forward how they protect the Shield without Roman Reigns on their side.
Exactly. Yeah, I did have problems with how the show ended. First off, I'll actually give you a positive. I like that they wanted to do something big for it. I do like the initiative in order to do something big, in order to sell Survivor Series. Overall, I don't like what they did though. And that includes with the Raw Tag Team Champions just being pretty much... They did try to get the jump on them first. They at least were smart enough. They were one of the few people that were smart enough to actually attack Raw, the coming SmackDown roster. But still, they were literally just destroyed, beaten aside.
Mm-hmm.
And then they grabbed Angle and they were pretty much left behind. So
yeah. Somebody I'm glad I wasn't involved in the attack though. The Bar.
yeah.
Though. It's not what I'm about to say. It's good though, but I'm glad they weren't involved in beatdown. The Bar with their second losses in TLC role are officially out of the title picture for the long haul.
Yes.
It looks like they'll be joining forces with the Miz in the short term, which is fine. But kind of silly. Both Cesaro and Sheamus still need to be forming a stable with the Intercontinental Champion.
No.
But the WWE have reduced this amazing tag team with the Miz's henchmen. They might play a role in the build-up between the Miz and Baron Corbin's match in the similar series.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I'm not sure if the Bar should stay together.
There's no tag teams on Raw anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Anything they do now is just going to be lesser than what they did. I think they hit the peak as the group. They could still have great matches and I guess hold off for the Shield. Mm. However, I think it's going to pale in comparison to what they did before. It may actually be time to split them up.
And are you fan of Mrs. Henchman?
No. Yeah, I don't want them to replace Axel and Bell.
Well, they're not replacing Axel.
Okay, well,
they're just adding to the order.
Okay, well, I don't want them being the new Bo and Axel. Yeah, and then Bo and Axel go lesser. But I don't want them to be. I don't want Cesaro and Sheamus being the new Bo Dallas, Curse Axel for this.
And then the rest of the division. Part of the attack I didn't like was Anderson Gallows getting attacked, but AJ not touching it.
Yes.
With that being said, I don't think Gallows and Anderson should be attacked either, as I explained here. Carlos Anderson said Luke Gallows weren't even shown TLC ball on roll when they got jumped by the Smackdown roster and closed the segment. This is a perfect time for them and Finn Balor to form the club, and I'll be saying this the day I die, and try to exact their revenge with the direction of Kurt Angle. These guys are the former World Tag Champions, and they shouldn't be blindsided by attacks.
No.
They should be the ones that shut them out. You clearly don't see the bar getting attacked by the Smackdown roster.
You probably could replace them with Heath Slater and Rhino.
Rhino did get attacked. Not Heath Slater.
Yeah.
So Gallows and Anderson shouldn't be subjected to that type of beatdown. The WWE should take advantage of this opportunity while it's still there.
You could also have them attack the Cruiserweight division, saying, hey, they're here too.
Right.
At least for once in the Cruiserweight's existence.
Yes.
But getting to the club, yeah, I don't think they should have been beaten down. I think, if anything, they should probably join forces and at least look like they were fighting, and then have them really be pushed towards somewhere, and you don't really see them. So you see that they're fighting, but you don't actually see what actually happens.
Yeah. The SmackDown Live Tag Team division. The Usos will be facing Dean Ambrose, several survivors to determine the best tag team in the WWE. Both teams have literally cleaned out the respective divisions for some time now, so it's fitting that we'll get to see this season. So the Usos, I actually think, might be the favorite, and it's based on their longevity as the perennial team of the WWE. Yeah. They've always found ways to win matches and create ways, and this marking bout in November will be no different.
This is the match I'm most excited for at Survivor Series.
This is the one I don't want to change.
Yes. I wouldn't mind seeing Shelton Gable versus.
I was just going to get to that, but if it has
to be fair,
if it hasn't changed, I'm going to Gable Shelton next.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I would much prefer to see Usos versus Shield. And yes, I do think the Usos should go over, just because they're going to end up being the team longer.
Yeah. With that being said, though, if it comes to that, Gable Shelton.
Yeah.
Chad Gable and Shawn Michaels scored the biggest win of their tag team tenure when they beat the New Day on SmackDown Live. The team somewhat get into the groove by portraying themselves as competitors, outsmarting their opponents. Looks like there may be a double turn on the horizon, too, between Gable and Shelton. Last week, when they confronted the Usos backstage and took away their handshakes to them, it had a bit of intrigue to their characters, which were kind of dull. We'll need to see more of that with the combination of victories to get them in shot to defend the current Central Line Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, Usos are getting respect pops, so it's at this point where everyone realizes, oh yeah, the Usos are a really good tag team. They're very entertaining, and in this generation of wrestling, if you're entertaining, you're going to get popped. So.
And another tag team storyline. He knows not the line will bring him back. I'm not going to complain about a third feud in tag matches.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's officially the return of Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, who were the culprits of attacking Breezango, and thrashing their old fist in the summer, with an Ascension basically laying out in the latest installments of Fashion Files or Fashion Dolls.
Yes.
Next week being Stranger Things. And it looks like the Bludgeon Brothers will be the resident monsters of the tag team division. The see Rowan Harper run Rampage on Breezango and Ascension will be also going to see that.
Yeah, my problem with it, however, would be I'm not sure if you have this monster serious tag team that's very intimidating come in on essentially a comedy spoof segments going on. I don't think that's the way you bring in serious, intense, very intimidating characters of the Bludgeon Brothers.
But I do like the idea of a 9 tag team division.
Yes.
Because you got those three, the Usos, the Gable, Shelton, Hypers, Colognes, who are back now.
The Ascension.
Yeah, I meant those three, Bludgeon, Fashion, totally said the Ascension. The main three, Hypers, the Colognes, and Rusev and English are expected to become an official tag team. So,
speaking of Rusev,
yeah,
happy Rusev Day.
The Raw mid-card division. The Miz was used to elevate the TLC main event, but took the pinfall by the Roll John manager Kurt Angle. So now the reigning Intercontinental Champion will be faced off against the United States Champion as of right now. Baron Corbin Survivor Series. So let me get this straight. We're going to watch the Intercontinental Champion who was pinned by the World GM and TLC, face the United States champion who lost to Sakara last week, the count out at Survivor Series.
It is a barn burner, yes. Yeah, this is the match I'm sort of looking forward to the least as it stands right now.
And that includes Brock and Jimmer.
Yes. I don't think Corbin and Miz will mesh well. I think both of them rely too much of a heel style. If I had to pick, Miz would be the face.
I
don't think Miz is the character you want to put in that role.
No.
I think you want to always put him in the role of he's always the bigger heel. He's always antagonizing. He's always the prick. He's always the douchebag. He's always those things. Corbin should just be the prick ass kicker. And I guess maybe since he actually gets his hands dirty a bit more than Miz should, he should actually end up being the face. But I think that Miz people like Miz more anyway. But if any match should change, it should definitely be that one. Just because I think it would move the most. How would I change this match? I don't think anyone's gonna like it, but at this point, Jason Jordan takes the belt off of Miz.
Okay, I'll see what them actually have.
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody get a reaction than neither guy get a reaction.
Well, it's either that or...
Well, then Corbin's going to be the de facto face. It's Jordan.
Fair enough.
You came up with the idea before.
Well, what I see actually happening is Jason Jordan being the face that beats Miz.
So you're turning Corbin face.
Unfortunately, that's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think can easily happen, in fact.
Well, in that case, just give the belt to Sakar. Why should I care for this match? Seriously, why? Both these guys are truly jokes for so long and isn't even funny anymore. The Miz can run his mouth but can't win the big matches. And Baron Corbin only gets lucky to win his bouts. These two champions are extremely talented by their star power. But their star power was distinguished in his family. Kane made his in-ring role debut at TLC, and the only stuff he did in the main event was harm Braun Strowman. The WWE has always made a habit to turn Kane into a diabolical monster for the short term. I'll have more on Kane later. And transfer him into a comedy act after his dominant run just ends.
I have a feeling we're going to be talking about that later, especially from your side. I'm not happy about what happened either. They have these weird moments of where they really, really want to push Kane as the dominant face.
I'm fine with Braun Kane feud.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that too.
I don't like how we're building Kane up to get there. I don't like building Kane up.
I'm not sure if the person they used to build Kane up is the best choice.
No, it wasn't the best choice.
We'll definitely talk more about that later. However, after all that, I am happy to see Kane back. He's a holdover from my early childhood memories, so it does sort of bring a smile to my face when I see Kane.
Everybody knows that Kane absolutely has no chance of defeating Braun Strowman.
No.
When they do clash. I'm a huge fan of Kane, but the problem is that he's booked in two directions that I listed above. I mentioned just every year. He's just a dumb victim for the Monster Run man. Having Kane beat Finn Balor will change the his mind, which I can tell a little bit on how his eventual encounter Braun Strowman will end. And the rest of the division? Jason Jordan and Elias started a meatless feud. It just started with an insult at the TLC Crew show.
And then vegetables.
It makes sense that these two contenders square off, but I guess it should be for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship.
This should be Daniel Bryan's least favorite feud.
Yes.
Because they're wasting too many vegetables.
It just makes Jason Jordan look sensitive because Elias was on pay-per-view at the TLC Crew show. There needs to be more stake for him. I don't want them in their title picture, or at least that would be more meaningful. There needs to be more stake for anybody to even hear at this juncture. Elias is a great heel, but the fans need to give a crap at Jason Jordan because nobody cares about him anymore.
Yeah. And I think also Jordan would need to. I think he needs to do something a bit more solid as well. For him to keep his reaction going.
And we'll get to the Smackdown Live card and the main event pictures in the next one.
Yeah.